Hey everyone, me Kevin here. Donald Trump yesterday tweeted that we should get stimulus done. Also, a new time frame has been set for stimulus negotiations, and we have more details on Donald Trump's condition. Also, when Saturday Night Live talked about Donald Trump's COVID diagnosis, Chris Rock said he felt sorry for COVID. First, we know that Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Mnuchin are negotiating the next stimulus package, including stimulus checks, unemployment pay, PPP loans, EIDL grants, money for airlines, restaurants, and more. However, the current hurdle appears to be closing in on the top-line number, the total cost of the package. Capitol Hill reporters are now stating that the middle of this week, so Tuesday through Thursday, is the new target for when a final agreement will be made. Keep in mind that Nancy Pelosi and Mnuchin appear to only be $362 billion apart on their top-line number. Now, in fairness, that is still $362 billion, but it's definitely a lot closer than the $700 billion gulf that we had just a week ago. Now, a fair warning. There is a lot of misinformation suggesting that a bill cannot pass until October 19th when the Senate returns to work. This is false. The Senate can be called back to a vote or for a vote at any point with as little as a 24 hours notice. However, the suggestion that the House and Senate are on vacation continues to be a way to sensationalize what's actually happening. Let's just be clear. It doesn't matter where the House and Senate are. We need a deal from Nancy Pelosi first. That's it. After we have a deal from Nancy and Mnuchin, we can expect Donald Trump to pressure Republicans to vote for the deal and a deal to come together. But right now, we need Nancy and Mnuchin to be happy with each other's packages. That's it. Further, multiple Republicans, like Representative Kevin Brady of Texas, are still casting shade and complaining that even $400 per week as unemployment pay is too much, which was the Republican counteroffer from Steve Mnuchin. However, most economists continue to suggest that this is mostly not true, and even where it is true, the benefits of proper support to the economy outweigh the risks of downsides. We already know that the pace of this recovery is slowing dramatically. We are not in a super V as Larry Kudlow says we are. No, White House insiders say that Larry Kudlow is simply a tool for helping prop up the stock market, although that does sound quite cynical. Which, before I talk about more stimulus updates, if any of this is making you shake your head so far, make sure to get life insurance, which you could sign up for in the link down below. Get it in as little as 5 minutes. You don't have to talk to anybody. Apple Pay or Android Pay for it. And of course, get 2 free stocks with Webull. Deposit $100. It's your money. They give you 2 free stocks worth up to $1,600. Furthermore, multiple representatives in the House believe that Trump's COVID diagnosis accelerates the pace of COVID negotiations. In fact, yesterday, Donald Trump tweeted, "Our great USA wants and needs stimulus. Work together and get it done." This is very similar to what Donald Trump tweeted a few weeks ago when he bashed Democrats, but then said to Republicans, get it done. Come up on the stimulus figure. It all goes back to Americans anyway. By the way, Donald Trump's recent tweet came hours before he posted a video in which he said himself that he's working and he's grateful for miracle drugs like Regeneron's monoclonal antibody cocktail and remdesivir. But Donald Trump says that the real test for his condition will come in the next few days. By the way, financial disclosures also reveal that Donald Trump has invested in and received capital gains from his investments in both Regeneron and Gilead, which manufactures the drug remdesivir. Further, the White House released 2 photographs of Donald Trump allegedly working. I will put these photographs on screen now. Both of these photographs, interestingly, have metadata that shows the photos were taken just 10 minutes apart. This photo was taken at 5:35 p.m., and here's the photo of Donald Trump working without a jacket at a long conference-style desk. Here is a photo from 10 minutes prior, 5:25, of Donald Trump working at a smaller breakfast-style oval table wearing a jacket and cufflinks, both photos without a tie. Now, this 10-minute difference has some folks wondering if the photos were staged, though in reality, it's also possible that the photographer just wasn't there all day long and they decided to take photos of maybe what Trump was doing throughout the day. But then there are also questions about why it looks like Donald Trump is signing a blank piece of paper. Anyway, on stimulus, Stephen Moore, who's seen as a White House insider, mentioned that he believes the odds of a stimulus deal are 65% within the next 2 weeks. However, Please, if you hear this, take this with a grain of salt. Steve Moore is the person who is anti-stimulus, and he advised Donald Trump a few weeks ago not to support stimulus because the effects of stimulus wouldn't hit the economy until after the election, and that maybe there's no point for Donald Trump to support stimulus. So anything you hear from Stephen Moore, just take it with a grain of salt. Donald Trump, on the other hand, sees stimulus as a possible election pick-me-up, which, at least according to some polls, like a new poll that just came out this morning, an NBC Wall Street Journal poll, is showing that Donald Trump is 14 points behind Biden as of this morning. However, remember, polls are polls, and in fairness, this poll was taken prior to Donald Trump's COVID diagnosis. In good news, though, Mark Meadows on stimulus said that Trump's enthusiasm for a deal is higher than ever. Also, on Friday morning, Mark Meadows told us that one of the first things Trump asked about, despite being sick, is how stimulus talks are going. Which, by the way, I added a new coupon code down below for the amazing courses, and it's called Stimulus. Check it out, and you can join in the private live streams every day the market is open as well. On polls of individuals, a mid-September Financial Times and Peterson Foundation survey found that 91% of respondents say Congress needs to provide another stimulus package. On Trump, October 8th is likely to be a big day for Donald Trump's condition. It'll be the 8th day that Trump has COVID, today being day 4, which if you want a quick hack to know what day Donald Trump is on, just look at the calendar. Today is October 4th. We're on day 4. It just conveniently lined up that way. Keep this in mind as well. Day 8 was the same day that Boris Johnson's COVID condition worsened and led him into the intensive care unit. All eyes are on day 8 for Donald Trump, which is next week. Boris Johnson did not have the luxury, though, of the drugs Donald Trump is taking or the more advanced COVID treatment methods now available. However, some doctors argue that Trump must have had a very large exposure to COVID, which apparently the greater your dosage or exposure to COVID is, the sicker you are. And that's why some people have no symptoms of COVID because maybe they just get small exposures. Anyway, Donald Trump's condition on Friday apparently was such that his fever spiked to 103 and had heart palpitations at night, which is a possible side effect of the Regeneron cocktail. Donald Trump apparently also asked on Friday, "Am I going out like Stan Shera?" Stan was a real estate developer in New York who died of COVID in April. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie has also checked himself into the hospital, and another White House staff member, the person responsible for the president's schedule, has now tested positive for COVID. On COVID itself, the final case count on Friday was 54,441. This is revised up, and it is also the highest single day of a case count that we have had since August 14th. Spain has now rolled out 15-minute rapid tests for €5. Spain, Germany, Italy, the UK, and France are all substantially up on COVID cases, hitting new highs in each of the last 3 days. That's the update for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider sharing this if you found it helpful. And folks, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.